The old man stares despondently at the logs. It's like
I
he's
have it
forgotten.
one try.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of the magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
My magnesium level's fine.
The old man stares despondently at
I
the
give it one more
logs.
try.
It's like he, aside from the rare erratic hand gesture,
Eyes off.
despondently
Lillian,
staring into the fire.
you're under arrest for the murder of
See
Colonel,
that he's old.
the Colonel here in Martinez.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Kim is afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Wait.
There it is again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
What?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Kim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this... really us?
Your skin crawls.
No fucking way. What the fuck?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Blink.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
A giant bug! Watch
There's
out!
nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
There it is, I see it!
See what exactly?
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something. You, reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
This is a red check. Stop it. Approach carefully.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soak in your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Put your hand down.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Hello, I'm Harry. I really don't know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Back off.
The invertebrate stops, raising its scythe-like arms and tilting its tiny head.
Wait, my inland hard bar isn't any higher?
Fused plates around its mouth. For a second, the effigy is frozen. Then it nudges back into motion with a click.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
I exist too.
So am I.
Oh, I'm a
I
detective.
was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration,
You're destroying him?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
That is too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
It's wunderbar.
Yes, holy is the Lord of hosts, and all the earth is filled with his glory. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist,
Tripped upon by what?
shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. The type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not actually. Why are you asking?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
That's cool.
No, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
Oh, you don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
What is this? A dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revelshop, district of Martinez, March 51.
Where does this come from? All this? All around us? The world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by God.
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum.
Yum yum. Are you poisonous?
Yes. I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme. System ominously new to the planet.
Basically just called us fucking crazy. Hey, I'm this fucking...
Hail too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, what is the pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Where's how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
I will be extra careful not to blink. Stick insect, don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure right now?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind. Nothing. Just looking at this sick insect, everything is normal.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Out of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
I will.
She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being
Hi.
aimed by the camera. It remains
Hi.
fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light.
It's fucking
Head
sick.
turned toward the lieutenant. Hypnotized by the flash, it stands frozen before you.
I got it.
For all time.
Slowly reach out and touch the creature's
The
whisper.
antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the kiting curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture.
Look at your
The creature
finger!
in front of you stays frozen. It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
We got it.
Don't say it. Are you sure? This may be the only chance you get to touch it.
No, wait.
The arthropod towers above you.
Carefully
frozen
plant
in
into something like
place.
forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
You run your hand up the slender limb higher.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized
Okay,
by
we
the
got it.
light passing. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
That's terrifying.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Oh no.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
See.
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking. With fear and longing, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What's happened to this
Old
man?
age and shock.
Well, I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke?
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dras,
No response.
I checked that the Phasmid said it's destroying him.
you should be more careful, Detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, Detective.
It's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Okay. Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Okay. I'm taking a fucking nap. I think I earned a little nap. What do you guys think?
The greasy old.
The offer still stands. Take it.
The bed is quite inviting.
Maybe just a
all
little shut
things
up
considered.
aside. Just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your
The
chest.
blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until
Until?
you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Sleep.
Go down to the chain?
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go.
Something's off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing? I'm sorry, I should have bothered you.
yes. Or, I mean, no. But I am in a hurry.
You have time to bend to my emotions?
She sighs and looks over her shoulder. What are you doing? Stop saying things like that.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Crown of immortality? Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder, silence. Her nuptial gown flows in the wind, wraps around her holy body.
Anyway,
Your skin is looking soft.
no, Harry. It's just regular skin. I'm not as beautiful as you always thought I was. Let's not get into...
You are. No, you're as beautiful as you.
She does not answer. There's that expression again. Silence. A distant wind blows. You can't think of anything pretty to say.
Do you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We have one more massive epic showdown.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really, we don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us, our love, our unborn daughters, it's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
I know you still love me. Kiss her! No, my thought! I failed! I failed because of my thought!
Your feet still tremble from the steps you took.
No.
As if over an
No,
enormous
I
distance.
failed because of my
Staring against her.
thoughts!
Her body close to you, radiating more. With your eyes closed.
Oh
you
my
move your
god,
lips on
that
her
makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. You have no idea. You have no idea. Ah.
She is not kissing you back.
Kissing me back.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours.
Oh my god. Damn it! This fucking thought has killed me so many times. I can't even do anything about it. I can't open my menu. I can't do anything.
To look at you when she withdrew and you held on to her hand. She tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Did the apricot set and chewing gum one?
No, I'm just Dora.
Didn't kiss me back?
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her,
Then
and
I
shakes
guess
her
still though.
head.
I thought you would. I know you still love me. You just can't not.
She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street.
Why didn't you kiss me back?
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you. No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see. I'm pregnant.
Swallow.
You know what this means.
It's not mine.
Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck. Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
No, this has to end. Do the last one. More questions. Ask more.
I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
On second thought, you're the Dolores Day, Queen returned to the territories of Modine and Sinlinde, and nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
Don't go.
No, don't say it. Don't beg. It will only make her go.
That's all I have left. Please.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
You don't want me to let you go. Not really. You asked me not to.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again, then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time.
This is
So
so
long ago.
intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Ah, I'm so fucking pissed. My fucking thought killed me again. Ah, I'm so goddamn pissed. I'm so fucking annoyed. That red check. Ah.
Oh, quick. How was your sleep?
My sleep was deep and invigorating. Check out the butt sleeping with that with your hands.
Of course. I was just thinking maybe you've torn your stitches. Are you ready to move on?
Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're a badass like that. I know I'm not. Let's get back to the mainland. That's the next thing and step in that chest, Shane.
Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
Oh my fucking god, that's brutal.
The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner.
No, I'm not gonna put myself through that again. Another composer check? Really? No way. Thought we couldn't do that check again.
The old man stares into the reeds. The blacks of the strength has all gone out of him.
Old age and shock. The appearance of...
Actually, let's ask him about
The
that.
old man, he stares into the reed. Nothing. The last embers of no reaction. His breathing is
Let's have a closer look at that after.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reed.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the... This site is a T9, Mr.
Silence. You've gotten all you will. The blacks of the strength.
Okay, I can't. Okay. Oh, it's a good time to do this.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses. An old photo. Before life came and did
Was
what it
soon the
does.
this?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
This is something open of the boy with spindly legs.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other ob.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious.
I was so curious, like an octopus?
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an
This is
insect. It's a mollusk.
Cartesian
But yes,
Elysium.
she said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Wait, this is a real password, not a fake, because this is a real
No,
name?
she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too.
What's her real name
I
then?
don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Klasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The password away.
The edges of the in your hand, you hold for the cover. The tag, needless to
Are you really reading that, detective?
I'm just skimming it.
That's probably for the best. Those books aren't exactly...
12 minutes. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
Okay.
The skiff rocks gently under you, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is two men and a woman stand on the concrete square of an. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Okay.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
No one else seems bothered about all the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Forget about this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a white boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he
What is this
shouldn't
about-
feel
about?
embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her using those words again.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Look, I understand. Kurt told you.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
You mentioned the task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally. I get it. Major crimes unit.
He doesn't remember.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Where you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style, your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
I said all those things? I don't like that anymore.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
Okay. No, this is ringing any bells?
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trent, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Something so sad happened that I couldn't be me anymore. There's a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trent? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic relay on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
No.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
It was stolen by Jacob Irv,
Jacob Irv?
the famous tip-top trainee driver.
I know who Jacob Irv is. I wanted to give you a chance to stop fucking me. How naive of me. You drove a 45,000 real police vehicle into the ocean. What did I expect? It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
I let it fall to the ground. Because I'm gonna fail this check. I can't because I have the breakthrough eminent. Let it fall to the ground.
Patrol Officer Minnow picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and cold.
He found it. It's his badge. I can confirm.
And your gun?
I have a new gun now.
I don't care if you have a new gun. I only care about your old gun. Your
Well,
official
I don't have that.
sidearm.
I don't
You
have the
lost it,
sidearm.
didn't you? I knew it. I told you you wouldn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
I would say it's very bad, yes. You're drunk like an asshole, Harry. Please, put the stolen firearm away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
It's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad. None of this matters. My odor situation, it's meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh, well. if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head, or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood.
Holy shit, I fucked up pretty bad so far.
Mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it's a massacre. We got wiped. What the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has
He's
not once
tireless.
pursuing me, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Madly
Well,
driven.
except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Thank you, Trant.
I don't even
Thank
have
you,
words for it.
Trant.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
The killer. Lilianovich Struss. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
I don't have time for this. Straight to the motive, please.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
More than that, a perfect folding mechanism, like the Vasman.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass in time.
The previous head of the Dubois Union was also assassinated by a killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
There's also some damned man on the boardwalk. It must be person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How do you know I found them?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
I also started a nice club in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, and I discovered a hitherto unexplored and tropinetical phenomenon in there too. A 2mm hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the Pale.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
I just looked into the mystery of the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
Rue Saint Gislaine 10. A commercial building where all the businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
So what do you say? Do you want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I
The
am.
man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
The Phasmid. I need to tell about Lena this about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
No one actually forget it.
Already did. Let's go.
Ready? I'm ready. I don't think I need anything actually. Lieutenant Fitzgerald, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
Well, what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Good luck with your report.
No. Good luck with your report.
We're looking at a real brick here. The sooner you start, the better.
I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden
Is
houses,
this it?
80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. from Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please...
Ah, it's white! No! Please don't tell me I don't get to finish my fucking thoughts. No, that thought. No, that one thought I was trying to burn on for so goddamn long. Ah, that makes me so sad. Ah, is that the end? That's the fucking end, isn't it? Ah, god damn it. Oh my god. What the fuck? It took me 35 hours. I don't know how it would take you 90 hours. 35 hours. That's how long it took. So, right on... No way to sell Little Lily. God, the guy who did the Kims is so good. The pigs, payphone, baroness, mother of... I don't know any of these guys. Did you ever shot 24 hours? Let's see. The only problem is I hate when like credits are this long because I wish they were just like a little closer, you know, just a little tighter, you know what I'm just saying? Like I feel like credits are so goddamn long nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've been sitting at the credits screen and I want to like appreciate these people. I don't want to be like voice actor of Chinese trailer Sen Jean Grin. I want to be like, nice job, my man, but it just takes so much fucking time. You know what I'm saying? It takes so much fucking goddamn time. That's all I'm saying. So, nevertheless, it was a good game. I really did enjoy it. I messed up quite a bit, I feel like. I could have done a few things better. And I honestly thought there was gonna be like a tiny bit more. But I mean, we got the murderer. We solved the case. People died. Things happened. But I really didn't take a lot of drugs, alcohol, all that kind of stuff. I didn't smoke. I did pretty well, and I gotta give myself like a little pat on the back there. I got a decent chunk of the skills kind of like pushed through. I did well. I did a good job for the most part. Okay. Oh my god, there's nothing. I'm hitting all the buttons.